Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Tariq Shehzad. As you know that we are going to discuss our next topic, that is cell cytoplasm. Before starting this question, I requesting you to subscribe my channel, like this video, and if you have any question you can ask to me in comment section. So we will start this one, that cytoplasm. To complete this topic you have to write the three different component of this question, and number one component is occurrence, and number two component is chemical composition, and number three component is function of the cytoplasm. So first of all we will discuss about this occurrence, that where the cytoplasm is present within the cell. So cytoplasm is semi-solid, semi-viscous and semi-transparent material that is present between the nuclear membrane and the plasma membrane. This line you have to include in your topic of cytoplasm before writing from your book. It means that this line is not present in your book, but you have to write this line within the topic to complete the weight of the answer. So first of all, its occurrence, as we know that it is semi-solid, semi-viscous and semi-transparent material that is present inside of nuclear membrane and plasma membrane. Nuclear membrane, nuclear mean nucleus. The membrane that is present outside the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane, whereas the membrane that is present outside the cytoplasm is known as cytoplasmic membrane, or plasma membrane, or cell membrane. Once again, the membrane that is present outside the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane, or we called it as a nuclear envelope, whereas the membrane that is present outside the cytoplasm is known as plasma membrane or cell membrane. So cytoplasm present between the nuclear membrane and plasma membrane. So I write here that present inside of nuclear membrane and plasma membrane means that between nuclear and plasma membrane the material that is present is known as cytoplasm. So from this diagram you have to make this diagram in your answer while attempting this question. So this diagram will confirm you or make you clear that where is cytoplasm actually present within the cell. So in this case, plasma membrane is the outermost boundary of this cell. Can you guess that what type of this cell is? Either this cell is animal cell or this cell is in plant cell. Keep in mind that, my dears, that animal cell is always in a circular form, whereas the plant cell is not circular, rather than it is a radial form, or it may be present in the form of a cylindrical shape. So this one is animal cell, and outer layer of this cell is plasma membrane, whereas the inside this cell is nucleus, and the membrane of nucleus is known as nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. So you can see that I put the red dots within the space between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane, and you note that from this one nuclear envelope to the outermost boundary, that is plasma membrane, all inside material is cytoplasm. I think I try my best to make you clear that this one is cytoplasm. Okay, and next one is its composition, that what type of material will form the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, to understand this, keep in mind that in case of eukaryotic cell, not prokaryotic cell, in case of eukaryotic cell, the material that is within the cytoplasm also including the nucleus, mean both these nucleus and cytoplasm collectively form the living content of the cell. Once again, nucleus and cytoplasm Both these combine together to form the living component or living content of the cell, that is called as protoplasm. And it means that what is protoplasm? Protoplasm consists of cytoplasm and nucleus, or nucleus and cytoplasm collectively called as protoplasm. But there is a difference between cytoplasm, protoplasm and protoplast. I will discuss these three terms in next incoming video, and I will share link of that video within the description of this video, so you can make your concept clear that what is different between plasma membrane, cytoplasm and protoplasm. So living content consists of nucleus and cytoplasm. Nucleus and cytoplasm collectively known as protoplasm. Okay, right. Next one is cytoplasm consists of two components. Cytoplasm consists of two components. One is aqueous ground substance and second one is waste and storage. Cytoplasm consists of two substances. One is aqueous ground substances that consist of cell organelles and some other compounds, whereas in case of inclusions including insoluble materials, waste and some storage compound are also present. So soluble part of cytoplasm is known as cytosol. Cytoplasmic part, that is water soluble. So soluble part of cytoplasm is cytosol. This one comes as an MCQs, or it may be a short question. So soluble part of cytoplasm is known as cytosol. What is cytosol? Cytosol is a soluble part of cytoplasm. So next one, if cytosol is a short question, then for short question you have to write till here, and I will explain it that in case of soluble part of cytoplasm is known as cytosol, and cytosol form ground substances of cytoplasm. This is also an MCQ. So now you learn that soluble part of cytoplasm is cytosol, and aqueous ground substances या material of cytoplasm is also cytosol. Okay, once again, soluble part of cytoplasm is a cytosol and aqueous ground substances are also cytosol. Means cytosol is made up of aqueous ground substances. The cytosol is distributed into two different components. Number one, it consists of 90% water. It consists of 90% water and remaining molecules of life. Now it is clear from this one, if 90% is water, it means that except water, other material will contribute only 10% of the cytosol. And cytosol solution is distributed into two main categories. Number one, it is a small molecule or ion, they will form true solution. This one is also an MCQs. This one is an also MCQs, that small molecule form true solution and large molecule will form colloidal, and colloidal is also a two type. Colloidal solution is also a two type, gel and sol. If it is non-viscous, it is sol, and if it is viscous, then it is gel. Next one is also an MCQs. Both these are MCQs. And next incoming is that peripheral part of the cell. Peripheral mean outer part or sides of the cell. So outer part or side of the cell is peripheral, and peripheral cell consists of gel. Peripheral cell consists of gel. And next one is central sol. Central sol means central part of cell consists of sol, and the peripheral part consists of gel. Next one is short question. If cytosol says that define or what is cytosol, so soluble part of cytoplasm. From here you have to write at the central or peripheral part of cell is known as a gel. Right from soluble part to gel. This one covered two questions of short type question. And number 3, last part of the cell is this cytoplasm is function, and it consists of 4 different functions. Number 1, it act as storehouse. It act as a storehouse, meaning it can store valuable substances of the cell, or it can store the waste material of the cell. It can also store the soluble part of the cell. It can also store the insoluble part of the cell. And next one is site of metabolic reaction. Plasma membrane and nuclear membrane, between them, that is cytoplasm, it can act as site of metabolic reaction. For example, you have learned in your early classes that cytoplasm consists of different type of reaction. It can carry out different type of reaction. For example, glycolysis are the reaction in which the glucose is break down into 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This reaction takes place within the cytoplasm, so it can act as a site for metabolic reaction. And next one is, it can also provide space for cell organelles. It can also provide space for cell organelle. Different cell organelle, for example, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, plasmid, plastids, and next one is glyoxysome, peroxisomes, and also some type of lysosomes are also present within the cytoplasm. When they perform reaction, means that it is due to cell organelles, and cell organelles are present within the cytoplasm. And next one is cytoplasmic streaming movement are also due to the cytoplasm. And these cytoplasmic streaming movement, for example, free floating organelles, mitochondria, can also move within the cell, within the cytoplasm. This movement is also bring about with the help of the cytoplasm. No, it is an MCQs here that free floating organelle. He says in your exam that select one that is free floating organelle. So free floating organelle is mitochondria in your syllabus. That one is an also MCQs. And last line is, it also involved in active mass movement. This is an also MCQ. He says that cytoplasmic streaming movement is active mass movement, not passive mass movement. It is a active mass movement. And free floating mitochondria is also a type of cytoplasmic streaming movement. Keep in mind that to complete this long question, you have to write 3 component of this cell structure. Number 1, occurrence. Number 2, its chemical composition, and number 3, its function. If you have write all these 3 component of this cytoplasm, then it will cover all your 4 marks, and it will become easy for the examiner that the student has write all about this question. So it will be very precious for you, and it will never cause the loss of your marks. So try your best to make a short diagram that I have mentioned here, and solve this question in such a way that it will cause ease for the examiner, that when it see this answer, and he knows that all about this answer is written here, so it will cause to get inshallah 4 marks for your exam. And I hope you understand well from this topic. And once I am repeating my words that please follow my channel, this one, and subscribe this channel, like my video, and also if you have any question, or you can express your feelings in the comment section. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.